And just like that, we've reached the final stop in our journey through the Valley Relics Museum's unforgettable collection of classic cars and cultural icons. It's been an incredible ride exploring the stories, the style, and the spirit of Southern California's golden age. A huge thank you to the Valley Relics Museum for opening their doors, and to you for coming along for the ride. Until next time, keep chasing history right here on Nikki Pursuit.
And then your personal 57 Thunderbird. Owning a 57 Thunderbird is a dream for many. What made you choose this car?
Legacy. My father bought the car originally in November of 1956, and he drove it back and forth to work every day. So it's been in the family ever since. And he passed away in December of 2018 at the age of 96 years old. And fortunately, I was able to get the thing up and running the last couple years of his life and take him around in it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and we were going to represent Valley Relics Museum with that in a parade, and we weren't able to do that because he fell ill. But yeah, so he got to see it again. So yeah, I didn't choose the car chose me.
Yeah, no kidding. If it's been in the family for that many. How did your dad feel after you got it up and running and like got him, driving?
Oh, he's like dad, I mean, of course he thinks it's cool, but at the same time he's criticizing my driving and like, take him out in it.
As any parent.
Well, yeah, it's like, yeah, Dad,
I got it.
Dad, I'm like in my late 50s, man. I know how to drive. I get the fingers. When you start this up, the car is great. He did one little mod to it. He put an electric fuel pump on it, which is a godsend.
Yeah. No.
The other thing he did, and this was funny, there was this button on the right there, the only molestation of the dashboard.
Yeah.
It's this little lighted button that's there, and he had literally one of the first remote garage door openers.
Wow.
It ran on tubes, vacuum tubes, so it put out a radio signal.
Okay.
And he said when he would drive home, he would start pushing the button on his way, like we about a block away from the house, to warm the tubes up so when he got home it would work.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and when he passed away, he saved this stupid thing.
Yeah.
I go, what the hell is this? And I figured out I'm going, okay, this is an antenna, that's a coil, that's this. Oh my God, look at this. And then all these tubes, these are receiver tubes. And so it's like, yeah. So what I did was, because I left the button there, I took the remote from my garage and just wired it in. So now I got Dad's old button working. So it's just like that, but now it works every time. It's got a CR2032 battery in it.
It works now.
No, I did the same thing on that shoebox. It had those teardrop switches, and I just put it on one side of the momentary. The other side was the horn.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. Have you had to restore it, or is it still in original condition?
It's in original condition.
Yeah.
There's stuff that's, over the years, all of the warning stickers and the instructionals are gone, and so I bought new stickers.
Yeah.
So when you open up the truck, there's a thing like that. I had Gas Galpin Auto Sports repaint the jack. So that's all, bitching.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I say, it's not like Winston Churchill's Rolls Royce. It's an old car, but to the level of drivable and nice to look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, I've never. This isn't gonna the guy with the blue jacket and the straw hat. I'm not gonna concourse get judged.
Exactly. Is this your personal favorite car you've owned in overall years of owning cars?
But that's a tough one because I own a lot of cars. I've had a lot of cars. I've had Mercedes, Aston Martin, Triumph, Volkswagen, Ford, Toyota, Mazda. First convertible I owned was a Mazda Miata.
Okay.
And people joke, it's a Barbie car. I'll tell you something. That thing is so fast and so fun for canyons and stuff like that. The handling on it was amazing. That's a great car. I had a big brute Aston Martin with a V12 in it. That was fun in a straight line. It did. You know, it was well handled. I mean, just a different kind of deal. I had a Jaguar. I don't know. Right now, my favorite just driver's car. I have a Lotus.
Okay.
I have a Lotus, and I love that car. And, you know, my favorite classic car. I love my dad's. I love the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
You know, and the guests do love it too.
Of course.
It's like quite often I'll drive that down here, give it its weekly flogging, and I put the magnets on, and I always somebody taking a picture. You know, people coming around and kids be like, "Don't touch it!" I'm like, no. I let the kids sit in there.
But at least you know they enjoy it too. So
Okay, yeah, because when are they going to get a chance? You know, I mean, because that's been part of the fun too with owning, you know, exotic cars and special cars is, you know, I get to share with my friends. I mean, when I had my Aston Martin, the girl at FedEx really just she's like, "Oh my God, I've seen them. Oh, I've only seen them as a book." And it's just like, "You want to drive it?" And she's like, "What?" And I go, "You're not an idiot, are you?" She goes, "No." And I go, "Okay, look." They took her out. We took her up on Cessna, and she drove the car.
There you go.
Well, no, I mean, she'll remember that for the rest of her life, and I had fun with it, you know?
Well, that's the thing is, I don't think many people nowadays get to experience, and I use experience as a large, word, but I don't think people nowadays really get to understand or experience or appreciate being behind the wheel of a classic. You know, just nowadays, I think many people, they just see it and they go, "Oh, that's cool." You know?
Well, yeah, no, they don't see it. They have, go for a ride in it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's like we were talking about before. It's a different driving experience.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of which, what's the best part about driving your Thunderbird as a classic compared to modern cars? And I know you and I briefly touched on that earlier, but
what the
speaking of comparing to Teslas and the screen and the technology and
no, it's a whole different vibe.
yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a different smell, it's a different feel to the steering.
Yeah.
You know, and that car has ridiculous power steering. You can drive it with your finger.
Yeah.
You know, I mean the compressor, the mechanics for the power steering is probably as powerful as the engine. You know, it's like that. It's just
exactly.
yeah. So it's a different experience, and people aren't gonna see that. They're unless they get in the car, unless they go for a drive.
Yeah. Do you ever take it out for shows or just personal enjoyment?
I take it out. There's a little show in Granada Hills on Tuesday night, so I go drive by there to see how everybody's doing. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those things. It's a lot of the same cars.
There you go.
You know, so, oh yeah, I've seen the yellow MG 50 times now. But yeah, no, I haven't done a lot of shows with it.
Yeah.
You know, because I've had my fun with shows. In fact, that's one of the first things I did with this. I think I'm wearing the shirt now for today. One thing I did was put together a car show for Tommy.
Okay.
With my friend Stuart McIntosh, who is head of Galpin Exotic Sales now. Mm-hmm. And Stuart helped us put together a great car show. We had a Bentley, a Rolls, a Vanquish, and I went to what's called the Queen's English.
Okay.
Which is the car in fact it's coming up, I believe, if they're still doing it at Balboa Park. It's an all British car show.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have an all British car show, but later on in the year. So I went to that show and brought a bunch of stuff and got people to come. And so that was the first thing I did for Tommy was get.
Now, we'll just go on to the last question here. If someone wanted to start collecting classics, would you recommend a Thunderbird for first purchase?
Sure, I mean, there's a lot of parts out there. There's a lot of places that are, in a lot of clubs. Mm. So I mean, a Thunderbird is a good choice.
Yeah.
It's like I said before, if it's just how much you want to get involved in it. I mean,
exactly.
It's like, there's guys that win Pebble Beach every year.
Yeah.
And they've never touched a wrench. They've never touched the car. They basically, basically they're winning the prize based on who they hired.
Yeah.
To get it fixed, and then they get the trophy. And to me, it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, when I bought that Triumph. It was done by a guy named Charlie Van Valkenburg, really smart guy. Used to work for NASA, motorcycle racer, and in his 60s held the world. I mean, he may still have the world record for top speed on a 1100cc motorcycle.
Wow.
Yeah. And he really did a wonderful job restoring that thing. And I put the car to car show. Now, mind you, I put my little windshields on it. We built a badge bar. We did all this custom stuff to it.
Yeah.
And it won first place in the show. And when I won the show, and the first thing I did was I called him and I said, I want you to have this trophy.
There you go.
Because you really went. He's like, no, you have it. You did the thing, you know. But to me, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course. And for those people that, you feel that help you go along the journey.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mean, I haven't done a ground up car, but I've done a not running or halfway there or this needs a lot of work car.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, like Bash started the painting, I finished the painting, I did the inside, the thing got to running.
Yeah.
People got to see it, it's here. You know, the shoebox, not running, you know. I said, there's no reason in the world why for $10,000 that thing can't be running.
Exactly.
You know, and yeah. So no, I put a bunch of fun stuff on that car.
There you go.
You
That's
know,
the way to
side pipes, blah, 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 blah. I miss that. I miss the car.
There you go.
But I need a room for the Lotus.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
What part of the Lotus do you like the most?
Oh, the handling.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a good-looking car.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking car. It's there's nothing handles like a Lotus.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it's got their, you know, they're cheesy. It's like they joke. You know, Lotus stands for lots of trouble, usually serious. You know, I got a passenger window elevator that's no longer dropping when I open the door, so I'm trying to reset that.
Yeah.
I've already looked online. It's $250 to rebuild it, or $750 to get a new one. It's like, okay,
Got it.
yeah. That's just part of the deal, with exotic cars, with British cars, with old cars.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's like you start dating this beautiful supermodel. And she's just gorgeous, and everything is wonderful. But you know that she's a psycho. And you know you're going to come home, and she's going to be smashing your records and burning your clothes on the barbecue. But you don't care.
You still think she's beautiful no matter what.
You're not breaking up. You're all good. You're not breaking up. No, it's just like, yeah, okay. Oh, so elevator, $700. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me call Dawn at Lotus Parts Online. Hey, buddy, how you been? Good. Okay, guess what I need? Oh yeah, text me the number. It's like, oh yeah, it's on back order. It'll be here by Halloween. Okay, I'll just live with it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you would like to add?
Anybody who's seeing this, we'd love to have you. Should I say it to the camera?
Either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're seeing this, we certainly hope you come and visit the Valley Relics Museum. I know that Nikki's going to put a link in here, hopefully,
Yes.
so that you can find us. We'd love to have your event here. We'd love to have you come out here and have your kids go nuts on our video games, or for you to go nuts on our video games.
Take your pick.
And come and learn some history. Come visit. Come take the audio tour with Quick Tales. And, we're trying to change it up every few months, so come back often. And bring the relatives that are in from out of town that might like it.
All righty. Thank you so much for your time.